Hey troops, what do you think about the iconic United States Black Hawk helicopter? Well, apparently it's getting replaced and the Army's going to be doing it either this year or they've already just done it. I'm not too sure, but this video was made last year, so I'm looking forward to see what you guys are replacing this this amazing helicopter with, because it's been in pretty much every war movie since it was made, guys. But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, please consider pushing that like button, guys. I really do help. Appreciate all of the support and help from you guys. And if you want to help further, join the Patreon. It's in the description for ad-free, uncensored content. Let's get into it, troops. Thanks for being here.
30 aircraft, carrying 360 soldiers, lift into the air and disappear into the night. They fly low and fast, grouped in 6 formations. The mission is to secure a sensitive infrastructure complex deep in enemy territory. To get to the landing zone, they will have to fly twice the length of New Jersey, through a web of enemy air defense. Once at the landing zone, soldiers will travel on foot. The helicopters weave through tree lines, a valley, then over a riverbed, too low to show up on radar and too fast for adversaries to even get a shot off.
Amazing.
The last mile of flight is the most dangerous. The landing zone is surrounded by hostile forces. Pilots
Black Hawk Down. I know that movie anywhere.
must maneuver the aircraft on the spot to land quickly and smoothly, and then get out the second soldiers disembark. Speed, reach and maneuverability are critical to mission success and to ensure everyone comes home. It appears a solution to the Army's needs already exists in the form of the Sikorsky-Boeing Defiant X, as the fastest, most maneuverable, and most survivable assault helicopter in history.
That looks like a concept vehicle, though. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. It's a Defiant or something? Defiant X? That looks like a lethal bit of kit. But, you know, when we talk about the United States military, they don't cut any corners in terms of what they want to give their troops. They really do give them the best that they can. No budget is high enough. No budget or price range is too steep. They're going to give them what they need. So the Black Hawk helicopter, yeah, it is an iconic weapon system. And I call it a weapon system because the way it can be utilized is so diverse. It can be used for transporting, troops, getting guys in and out on the ground. It's, favored among the special forces community. And yeah, you put one of those 50 cals or a GPMG gun on the side of that thing, it's going to really do some damage, troops.
The design is based on the SB-1 Tech demonstrator aircraft jointly built by the two companies in recent years.
Right, well, the fact that it's got a bloody propeller on the back tells me that this thing's going to go extremely quick. It's got a double... That's a very strange design, actually. It's got like a double propeller on top as well. Very, very strange. It looks... I don't know if it looks cool or not. The Defiant helicopter is featured in Popular Scientist's list of the best what is new... Does this thing exist? Help me out, guys.
Defiant X is an advanced utility helicopter and air assault weapon system that can fly low and fast, land quickly, deliver soldiers to the objective area, known as the X, and get out all while evading the enemy in...
I mean, that's all good, well and said, but, you know, the it doesn't look like it has the function or ability to be able to carry that many troops. It doesn't look that big. But the fact that it's got 2 propellers on top maybe tells you a little bit about the fact that this thing can carry quite a bit of weight. So is it a load-bearing helicopter as well? Possibly. I mean, we've seen the weapon systems that's on the side of this. So, yeah, it's interesting, this.
Complex terrain. It will revolutionize the Army's air assault capability and be the fastest, most maneuverable and most survivable military helicopter in history. The Lockheed Martin-owned Sikorsky and Boeing have rolled out the final specs of their new helicopter, one of 2 candidates that will replace the U.S. Army's iconic UH-60 Black Hawk.
That's going to be such a sad day when that thing gets put out of service. It's going to be loads of rich people buying these ex-military ordnance vehicles. These former... legendary helicopters are going to be bought out by millionaires. If I had the money, I would definitely buy one, because what an iconic helicopter that is, and in 100 years we'll still be talking about that thing, I think, anyway.
Defiant X isn't just meant to replace the Black Hawk, but also fly up to twice as fast and twice as far, giving
Wow.
Army air assault forces an unparalleled battlefield mobility. The Defiant X is Sikorsky Boeing's entry into the Army's future long-range assault aircraft.
That does look amazing, though, doesn't it? It looks intimidating. It looks scary. It's like a helicopter plane. That's crazy. I bet you that thing. I would love to know how fast that goes. Hopefully, they mention in this video.
Or FLRAA program, which aims to replace the Black Hawks that were introduced into Army service in the early 1980s. Although the UH-60 has been a reliable workhorse and regularly updated with new tech, the Army believes it's time for a new, clean-sheet aircraft that can take advantage of the last 40 years of aircraft research and development. Defiant X is an outgrowth of the SB-1 Defiant Technology Demonstrator helicopter, which hit 238 miles per hour in tests and was reported to crush 288 miles per hour as its next milestone.
That's insane. Right, so they're not lying when they're saying this thing moves fast, it strikes hard, it gets troops on the ground. This is a strike vehicle. This will be used by special forces, guaranteed. Get you in, get you out, hit them hard, hit them fast. It's got weapon systems on the side that's going to take the targets out. Yeah, this is a strike. This is like a strike task vehicle, isn't it? Strike force.
Meanwhile, the most common version of the UH-60 Black Hawk, the UH-60M, has a cruise speed of 172 miles per hour.
That's not bad still. That's exceptionally fast.
Sikorsky doesn't mention a top speed for Defiant X, but does say it will fly twice as fast as the Black Hawk. That implies a top speed of at least 340 miles per hour.
Jesus. That's phenomenal. Guys, I've been on these things, right? And you know, just doing 50 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour on these things, it feels phenomenal. You can feel the power. You're in the air, for Christ's sake. So the fact that this can do like double, which is 170 mile an hour for the Black Hawk, this thing does double that. That's going to be scary fast. Imagine if you're like in there getting ready to go on target and basically destroy anyone on target, and then you're traveling over 300 mile an hour. That blows my brains, honestly. I think that's so impressive, but I'm easily impressed with military stuff from the US.
Defiant X achieves this level of speed through the use of two sets of coaxial propellers. This arrangement stabilizes the aircraft while leaving the tail section, typically reserved for a stabilizing tail rotor, open for other uses.
That's cool.
The new Hilo uses the extra space to include a push propeller, giving it a second source of thrust. Defiant X also cuts a more streamlined form than the Black Hawk.
Right, so if I'm not how can I put this? I'm not like a massive guru on helicopters and stuff, but if it has a propeller out the back and it's got more pull upwards, that means it doesn't have to lean forward to generate its momentum. It can literally just use that propeller to fly off, so it can pretty much remain pretty level with the troops in. So that's how I'm guessing it would be anyway. You don't have to lean forward, if that makes sense. If that is the case, this is a real versatile bit of kit. You can get in and out of certain situations that you wouldn't be able to with normal conventional aircraft, you know?
Retracting its landing gear in flight to eliminate parasitic drag. The new helicopter also features fly-by-wire controls.
Wow.
These turn the pilot's physical movements into electrical signals that are fed into the flight computer, which then interprets the movements into commands to the flight control surfaces. It helps to eliminate the cables and pulleys associated with traditional controls, which could be damaged by enemy fire and result in a loss of aircraft control.
That's insane.
Sikorsky claims Defiant X also has a number of other features. The helicopter has a reduced thermal signature to keep it off enemy infrared sensors and reduce its vulnerability to shoulder-fired
That looks absolutely amazing. Honestly, I wanna have a go of one.
infrared-guided missiles. A company image of the Defiant X carrying an underslung M777 towed howitzer hints at a greater lifting capability. The 9,300-pound M777 is just out of the Black Hawk's sling load capability. Finally, Sikorsky says the helicopter is much more agile than past helicopters, allowing it to fly low across forests and other uneven terrain, particularly the megacities the Army believes will become the battlefields of the future.
Well, you know, we just have to look at Ukraine for that matter, guys. We've seen how this vehicle itself would be very useful on the battlefield. My question to you guys, though, before we go, is this in service now? Is this in service now? Let me know in the comments.
Medium transport helicopters in the Defiant X's weight class are typically armed with a pair of door-mounted 7.62mm machine guns, giving them a limited self-escort capability.
Oh, is that going the opposite way to each other? Are those propellers both going in opposite directions? Is that how it works? Yeah, it is. Hang on a minute, I'm confused now. How the hell does that work? How does that work?
They've done a phenomenal job. I mean, just look at the aircraft.
Right, that's really blown my brains away. Someone in the chat let me know how the hell that works. Again, apologies for my lack of intellect on this. Those propellers are both going in opposite directions. Why? I don't get that, honestly. Maybe that's really funny for people. Maybe they think I'm really stupid. But honestly, I do not get that.
It looks spectacular.
Bring me back to the good old days, man. That reminds me of when we are in commando training. You get to go on helos a couple of times for various different exercises and stuff. It's your first experience for many on a helicopter as such, and the feeling is phenomenal, honestly. Helicopters are definitely better than planes. I would take a helo job over a conventional pilot job any day. I think it's phenomenal. I would love in a different life to have been and done this, honestly. I mean, I got to experience being on one, but to fly one of these things must be an exceptional feeling. Oh, he's the guy who has to go underneath, isn't he? He's the guy. Put the fat guy in front. Oh, he is a big boy as well, isn't he? You can honestly, this is not, I don't mean to be horrible when I say this. This is just an observation. And I can say it because I've reached like a high standard in the military. You know, the Royal Marines Commandos are really sought after in Great Britain. There's certain jobs that they don't have to be as physically fit, and we kind of, we take pride in our physical fitness and a little bit of our look and stuff. And I know it's not right now as a civilian, I think differently, but in the military, guys like Pugsley there, he would be the laughing stock. But certain jobs just don't require you to be physically fit, and a lot of people get confused when they see us or see members of different services or branches go, bloody hell, they've seen the size of that guy or girl. But you know, you just, some branches don't have that requirement. I personally think all branches of the military should have quite a high physical attainment level, just because of the nature of the job. If all else fails, you should really be able to pick up your weapon system and run a couple of miles away from the enemy if need be. My personal experience, I would want to be fit anyway if I'm in the military. You know, I don't want to be, you know, caught short or anything like that as a matter of the fact that I was unfit, you know. So, bit of personal pride, and yeah, it is what it is. There he is. There's the big boy there. I mean, he's not that big, but he's a bit, actually, yeah, from this angle, he's a big boy, isn't he? But what the hell are they doing? That looks scary as hell. That is dangerous beyond belief. Nice helmet, sir. No pun intended. So they're showing the load-bearing capability of the old Black Hawk. I say old, it's been modified quite a bit throughout its time. I'm not sure why what this has got to do with the other helicopter that they're bringing in. Right, okay, saying enough of that. So, troops, yeah, fascinating video. Here's the United States Army's next-gen helicopter to replace the iconic Black Hawk. I'm guessing this is going to take a long time before it actually comes into service. If any of you gurus out there, especially from the States, who know about this, is it actually in service at this moment in time? I don't know, guys. I'm going to do a bit of research right after this video is finished recording, actually, because I'm into this kind of stuff. It looks pretty damn decent. But, troops, if you are here, please consider joining the Patreon. It is a fantastic, and I generally mean a fantastic tool for creators, a fantastic tool for the viewers as well. And what I mean by that is it's a safety net for the creator in terms of I can put content out there and not have to worry about it, okay? Put it out there. You guys, for like literally the price of a coffee, get ad-free, uncensored content that I can put out there. My podcast is going to be put on there. I'm putting out ad-free, uncensored content with regards to Ukraine, combat breakdowns, things that are a bit sensitive that I can't normally do on YouTube, I'm doing on there. So please, please, please consider joining there. I would appreciate it so much, okay, guys, because it's such a good feeling seeing those memberships go up, knowing that, wow, I'm putting content on here now, and that safety net for me is building up as time goes on. So if you want to help me out, do anything today, please consider just pressing the link in the description. You're not going to be disappointed, put it that way. But other than that, troops, I really want to say thank you. YouTube boxing 2023, it's happening, trust me. I'm gonna make some waves in the YouTube boxing scene and the influencer boxing scene. I've been putting myself out there, trying to get in contact with some various individuals. When I'm allowed to mention names, I will do so. But at this moment in time, we're definitely going to hit 2023 with we're on the ground running, guys. Honestly, it's going to be a good year. So thank you for supporting me. I'll see you next time, guys. See you later.